Hello everyone. Sorry I was muted on my other mic. Hello, I hope everyone is doing good today. Let me give you all a good old ham hi. It is I, your lovable host, Zarataro here with Yo, You Like That? The talk show where I bring on awesome creating guests of creating fun stuff online on the Twitches, and we talk about stuff that's fun, stuff that they enjoy, and we share it with you, the viewer. Whether you're watching now or watching in the future, the things are still good, even then. So just a heads up, this isn't like a limited, they're good. The show is like, it's always evergreen. All this stuff will be good going forward. So remember that. Remember that and tell your friends. We have an awesome guest with us here today. Let me bring them in. NightSkye! Hello.
Yo!
Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
That is good to hear. Please, for those that are not initiated, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm NightSkye. I am a variety Mobian VTuber who likes playing whatever they feel like. If you're worried about pronouns, don't, because I accept any.
Word. I looked it up beforehand just to make sure, so. I'm a conscientious ham. What can I say? Oh, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the show. It is great to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me.
You have picked a very super awesome Omega ground hitting, bike throwing topic for us today. Let's bring it up. Ria, go Toku. Go Toku. Like a dragon. Yakuzi's. It has many names, but it is known as the coolest, best himbos around. Yo, Like a Dragon Yakuza is a great series.
The series starring the Dragon of Dojima, Kiru Kazuma.
He's so cool! Seriously, he's just like way too cool. How do they do that?
I don't know. Yeah, I picked this series to talk about because I don't really get a chance to do that on my own streams, really. Aside from when I play Dead Souls. Because, I stream Dead Souls, but like, with the rest of the games, I've already played them, and I think the best Yakuza streams are when you go in blind and you have no idea what's coming.
That's fair. I mean, so sometimes it's cool to be like, oh, there's a tiger coming there. I did not expect that.
It's just like, excuse me, what am I doing right now?
Well, which moment and what game was I talking about? Play for yourself to find out, because it could be multiple.
It's just like, all right, we're going to go confront this guy. Excuse me, what sub-story did I get into now?
Exactly. Oh man. So what would you say like Yakuza Like a Dragon is? Like if you had to like break it down to someone, it's like I have not heard of a Yakuza. Is it like a mafia from the 2K? Is it like The Godfather? What is it?
Former crime guy just trying to live his life and he keeps getting dragged back in. I've seen a tweet that's like, the story is like Godfather, and then all the sub-stories are like The Simpsons. It's just like, I can't argue against that.
That is a damn apt comparison. They keep bringing it back in. They poured a dump truck full of money in front of my house. I'm only human.
And every single game, it's just like, oh man, I'm living my life. It's just like, excuse me, Kiru, we don't know the Wi-Fi password. Could you help us?
Time to go on a week-long journey where I'll fight a guy shirtless on top of a tower to get you that Wi-Fi password.
You gotta take off your shirt.
It turns out the cable company was running a Ponzi scheme inside a pizza parlor. And you have to uncover a conspiracy.
And under the pizza parlor is a gambling casino.
A gambling casino is like everywhere. It's like under the entire city. I'm like, how does the infrastructure work with this?
I don't know.
Japan has earthquakes. This can't be safe. Oh man!
And of course, let's not forget the Judgment games.
Oh, that's right. The Like a Dragon series actually branches beyond just the good old Yakuza with Kazuma Kiryu. There is the Judgment series with our
Detective Yagami.
Detective Yagami. That's
Yeah.
right, the ex defense attorney. It's like Phoenix Wright, but with a lot more punching.
Yeah, but
And
he still
then
has his badge. It's just a tragedy with his client made him quit.
yeah,
He still has the badge and everything, but he chose to be a detective.
that's right. It's like
that's not a spoiler. That's how the game starts.
that's like the first, yeah, it's like the first 10 minutes of the game. That's the premise. It's like a blackjack where he's like an unlicensed doctor. I'm like, I'm an ungrouped attorney.
Yeah.
Unfirmed. I'm an unfirmed.
Like it takes place in the same universe with like the Tojo clan and everything, but there's almost no crossover with the Yakuza characters.
Nah. That one's for the Fist of the North Star one. There you go.
Yeah, I played that one too. That's completely different unless you get that Q DLC.
Oh man. And then we also have Ishin, which is the samurai
I
one.
haven't gotten to that one yet. I've been busy.
I'm very Dead Souls. Oh yeah, no, we brought up Dead Souls a bit earlier. Dead Souls is the zombie one.
Yeah.
And there's even like 2 PSP ones where you play as like a down and out kid called the Black Panther inside his like Yakuza group.
Yeah, the second game's been translated, but they're still working on the first game. Don't ask me how that works, but
I thought the first one was done. Maybe like the basic is done, but not like all the side
the
stories.
basics are done, but it's not complete yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten to that. It's just like they did the second game first and then the first game second. Okay, fan translators.
they are a strange lot, but we love them so.
Well, hey, the effort is appreciated, and we wouldn't be there without them.
So how did you discover Yakuzis?
I've heard about it a few times throughout the years. I remember seeing this one YouTuber who I won't mention, like he talked about it, and then later, I got Yakuza 4 on PlayStation Plus, but I didn't get very far in it, and I also saw like copies of Yakuza 4 on like shelves and stuff. It's not even in like Walmart or anything. It was like I think it was like Big Lots or something.
Yeah,
and then,
that's where you go to buy those weird valued games.
And then like years later, people are like, "Oh man, Yakuza 0," and it's like Kiwami was already. I was like, "Yeah, Yakuza 0." It's like, I'm hearing a lot about this Yakuza series. I'll go check it out. Hey, should I start with 0? And everyone's like, "Yeah, start with 0." So I started with 0, and it's just like, by the time I got to the end, I'm like, "Oh my god, I want more. Let me get that Kiwami."
Oh man, the Yakuza has had such a fun release window in regards to coming out to the States. Because originally it was a PS2 game, Yakuza 1 and 2 were. The first one being dubbed with Mark Hamill being Majima, which is fantastic.
Mark Hamill doesn't remember that, though.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, he's voiced so many things. Like that was just like another day for him.
True, and from the second game onward, it's just like, okay, let's not translate like that again, because they
saved a lot of money.
I don't even know if I could. Am I allowed to swear here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can. It's fine.
Okay, because the translation, it's just like, get this arrogant motherfucker.
Yeah.
10 years in a joint made you a fucking pussy.
Well, I mean, Skye, there's a game around that time called the Grand Theft Auto, and yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3. Kids love Grand Theft Auto 3. How do we appeal to the little kids? Let's get Japanese crime in their eyes. Yeah, but we got to put in American swear words because they don't know what a baka is.
I mean, yeah, in the better translate game, they do swear, but it's just like it's not that often.
The Yakuza is a noble and prideful beast. He does not swear unless necessary.
Like they only really swear when it's appropriate. So like something serious happens, it's like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh man, crime is so different in another country. It's a business. You wouldn't swear while you're on the clock, right? It's disrespectful. Oh man, what are some of like your favorite aspects of the Yakuza games?
Oh man, just like the characters and how they treat each other. Like like it's practically like you get a sub story about an old lady crossing the street. Wait, no, wait, that's practically a sub story. No, wait, now that I think about it, but you go in such a roundabout way of doing that though.
The relationships like that you encounter throughout the game are all very like awesome and wholesome, and even just like random little people you meet that aren't even like in the main cast. It's just a guy that's a bit down on his luck, but he's like, man, if I had this particular bottle of whiskey, I know I'd feel the inspiration to come up with a great advertising campaign for my boss, and then my wife won't leave me. And you're like, okay, that's a leap of logic, but I'll find this bottle of whiskey for you.
Like in Yakuza 5, Kyu takes up being a taxi driver, so you have you actually have to do taxi jobs. Some of them you drive, some of them you just talk to the passenger, and there's one where this guy, he's in a mask and stuff, and you're just talking to him, and if you pick the right dialogue option, he's like, I was gonna rob you, but after your encouraging words, I decided against that. I'm gonna pick myself back up. Like he said, he was going to rob you, but you perked him up.
Heck yeah.
Oh, karaoke, yeah. Dame, dame.
Jeez.
I can't sing Japanese.
Cinderella.
Like that's one of the first things you have to do if you play in chronological, or you start Yakuza 0, and
yeah.
you're hanging around, hanging out with
Judgment.
You either pick Judgment or Bakami Tai, and then it's just like, all right, let's go drink somewhere else. Like, oh crap, Q, what's going on?
There's a song in Yakuza Kiwami 1 where you're singing it, and it's Kiryu flashing back to all the things that he and NightSkye went through in 0.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you didn't start with 0, this song's going to be really confusing and awkward. Oh, the karaoke is so good. It's in all of them, too. It's great.
Yeah, there's not, and the series doesn't really have a black sheep. It's just like, Dead Souls, you shooting zombies. Despite the performance issues, it's still a good time. It's Yakuza, but you're shooting zombies.
Look,
And
people forget there are guns in Yakuza. You just don't get them that often, and you don't use them that often because they're not great.
And even with the jank in like the third game, even in the remaster, because all the bosses are always blocking your punching. I don't regret playing 3.
3 was my start. 3 was my start into the franchise, actually.
Did you play the original 3 or remaster?
The original PS3 one.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No. I had a good time. It was definitely tough in some parts.
Yeah,
but
it's just like half the content.
I had a good time. Mwah, mwah.
I
didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
I will go back to it. I will go back to it one day.
Yeah, there's actually an article by a guy who actually found some ex-Yakuza members, and they're like, "Hey, what do you think of yeah, they played Yakuza 3."
And they're like, so what do you think? And they go, well, if someone was running around just getting in fights with people, he'd probably be kicked out or like disappeared pretty fast. But you know what? This orphanage thing? Yeah, I know a guy like that. And then the reporter's like, oh, like he ran an orphanage? It wasn't just like a tax scheme? Oh, no, it was a tax scheme. But it was also an orphanage, so it's okay.
And like they appreciate the way everyone talked to each other. Like just like, yeah, this is how we talk.
And if I remember, they were like, everyone's outfit looks good except Kiryu's.
Yeah, his look cheap. I think in the way the series itself acknowledges the way he dresses isn't exactly high class, but he doesn't care. He likes it. He likes his gray suit.
To be fair, like he does kind of live a frugal lifestyle, so I can imagine him always picking the cheap suit.
Yeah. like that's how he likes it. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to dress high class. That ain't cute. And like one of the Yakuza guys just like, oh man, I love all the side stuff like the gambling and stuff. Oh, by the way, that was taking out the American version. Sega of America, what the hell? Like, this Yakuza member was mad that Sega took it out of the American version.
I mean, you know, they took it out of a Pokemon. Of course they're going to take it out of Yakuza.
But it's just like, it's like half the side content.
It was a lot.
We did get most of it back for the remaster, except one sub-story and one minigame.
Yeah.
The sub-story they felt was, like, kind of transphobic, so they took it out. And then the minigame...
Which is so weird, because if I remember in like 1 and 2, they're both like cross-dressing stories that are pretty respectful for...
Right. They just felt that
types.
one sub-story was out of place, and then one minigame, it's just like, this is only going to make sense if you are, you know, growing up in Japan in 2009, so...
That's fair.
So they even took it out of the Japanese version, because they felt it wouldn't make sense to modern audience.
But hey, they kept the Kuwagata wrestling bug girl, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Just let me have that, and I'll be fine.
Getting head pat. I could get head pat too.
And the arcades, they always get like Virtua Fighter. The one in Judgment has Sonic the Fighters, which is great.
That's Lost Judgment.
Lost Judgment, yeah, Lost Judgment. Judgment 2 has Sonic the Fighters in it.
Yeah, and just so chat knows, if select Amy, press star, you get honey. I checked. It's still there.
Oh, word. Shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. I was actually I was once talking to someone who's also a big Yakuza fan. He's like, "Oh, honey's not in the game." I'm like, I checked. Honey's in the game. Go to Amy, press start. Because that's how it was in like the PS3 360 release of Sonic the Fighter, so I had to check.
You don't like Yakuza Like a Dragon? Oh, you mean you don't like Yakuza 7?
The JRPG?
I can understand a lot of people not liking the transition to the new style. It's definitely inspired by the popularity that Atlas brought to Sega with like Persona and stuff.
Yeah.
But we are still going to get a regular style Yakuza with the in-between one. They're coming out with like 2 new ones.
Yeah,
it's like
Gaiden.
Gaiden.
Yeah.
Like J Gaiden or something like that. And that one's going to be more like the old style.
Yeah, and then
I think 8's going to continue to be the RPG style, so.
Yeah, especially since JRPGs like Dragon Quest are, you know, still really popular in Japan. I mentioned Dragon Quest because for those who haven't played Like a Dragon, the main character, Ichiban Kasuga, he's a huge Dragon Quest fan. That's like the whole thing. Like, he is such a huge Dragon Quest fan. He imagined fights in a turn-based JRPG style. That's his imagination at work.
Hey, I'm down. I was down to clown for that when I saw the April Fool's joke, and then they actually made it the next game. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm cool.
I'd say like mostly the Japanese fans just went up to him and be like, make it real, make it real, make it real, make it real, make it real. That's what it did. And then Judgment carries on the beat 'em up style.
Yeah, but I heard that they're considering not doing Judgment anymore because of the PC sales. A lot of the actors don't want to sign contracts where their models could be ripped.
Well, I guess we'll have to see. It'd be nice to get a Judgment 3 because both Judgment games are freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, I want the style, the beat 'em up style of Yakuza to still exist, like definitely for sure. But we'll just have to see. Maybe they'll make a new series like Judgment, like Yakuza's, but what would you be? What would you be? What's an outcast of society?
I don't know. I don't live in Japan.
A teacher. You're like great teacher Onizuka. You're an ex-teacher, and you're solving crimes with drugs and like kids dealing drugs, and yeah, let's do that for the next one.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Sega, that's free. Sega, that idea is free.
Yeah, that's one way to branch off Lost Judgment.
Hobo? Well, I mean, they're all technically hobos and himbos. I mean, Kiryu rarely has a place where he's staying, like, in between games. He just is always staying at a place at the start of a game, and then you never see it ever again.
And, I mean, you know, there's the orphanage.
Oh, yeah, but it got smashed.
It got rebuilt.
And then it almost got smashed again.
And then it got rebuilt again.
That place is cursed. It's a cursed land.
Kamurocho is cursed. Something's always going on.
Cursed by the U.S. military. That's
especially the Millennium Tower. That area always has something going on.
Oh man,
From minute one with Q getting the money from the guy for the loan shark.
man, that's
Like
so good.
minute one, something's up with that area.
Honestly, the Toho clan should never run out of money because they could just start a YouTube channel where they do bump fights on top of the on top of the tower.
It's just like part one of being a Yakuza.
Look, if Logan Paul
if
and KSI can rake in like $1 billion, that's
like if you're gonna take a fight seriously, take off your shirt. Depends on the opponent.
pull it by the lapel. The whole thing's got to go.
Now, if you're not taking the fight seriously, keep your shirt on.
You don't have to try that hard.
It's just like if someone's not taking their shirt off and you did, it's just like, damn, you're taking the fight more seriously than they are.
Oh man, Yakuza's so fun though. I remember like Yakuza 5 was never announced forever. Like everyone was demanding Yakuza 5 like over and over. And then it was this one random. It was either no, I think it was like a Sony Expo, a Sony conference, where a guy just comes out and he's like the director for Sega, and he's like, "Oh hey everyone, just a heads up, we're gonna release Yakuza 5 in like an hour. So if y'all don't buy it, I'm gonna get really upset because y'all haven't shut up about it for like the past 3 years."
And it's basically a deal. It's just like, okay, we'll do Yakuza 5.
Yeah, it was a download only for the PS3.
But
it's like
it's only downloadable. Y'all better get it, otherwise you ain't gonna see Zero. And I guess it sold well enough for them to really buckle down for Zero. Like, they get the dream team of translators together and be like, all right, localize this. You get the iconic fonts and everything. It started with Zero. Like that was the first Yakuza game in America to have that font.
Yeah, but also like Zero was the one that kind of like reignited everyone's passion for the style because Yakuza 1 and 2 missed the mark because everyone was too busy on the Grand Theft Auto 3 mindset. They're like, oh, you can't steal a car and shoot people? I don't like this game. But everyone craved that weird, stupid Japanese storytelling inside. They craved it, but they just didn't realize it. And then Yakuza 0 comes out, and then everyone's like, yeah, no, this is what I want. And then Sega's like, okay, let's throw Sonic out the window. Let's just make a whole bunch of Yakuza games going forward.
Hey, someone get the studio to make another F-Zero game. And in case you're confused, like, wait, what did they just say? Yes.
No, Sega helped F-Zero X.
Yeah. It was the Yakuza guys who did F-Zero before they did Yakuza, because they also did Monkey Ball, and who did the new Monkey Ball?
Kiryu did, because he's in the game.
Okay, well, which studio made the new Monkey Ball?
Yakuza's?
Yes.
Oh, Ryu, go.
You can just say RGG. Yeah,
RGG.
Yeah, the recent Monkey Ball games. Their logo's on the cover.
When can I get a new binary domain? I want binary domain 2.
I still need to play that.
It's got all the stupid Japanese storytelling like that I love.
Yeah.
But it's got shoot bangs.
Yeah, but
and robots.
We didn't get the playable Yakuza characters in America.
No. We didn't know what a Yakuza was at the time.
Someone make a mod.
That's why we need a new one.
Someone make a mod to add the Yakuza characters to the American version. Thank you.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's so crazy. Like Zero came, or no, Kiwami 1, but like Zero was like the big thing that came out. That one got everyone hooked. And then Kiwami 2 came out, which I never would have expected. Because I know 2 is kind of the black sheep because it's like not written by like the Sega people. They got like a novelist to write it.
Tips and trick for Kiwami 2, muscle soda. You're welcome.
When
it's like the most overpowered item in the game, muscle soda.
And then the remastered trilogy was like, what? Where did that come out of nowhere?
And I got that twice on PS4 alone because they put it digitally first and then physical. But I wanted to play as soon as possible, but I also wanted it physical, so I did both. I wasn't gonna wait to play, but I wanted the physical copy.
Oh man. I remember that they released 3, and then like 2 months later they released 4, and then they released 5 alongside the physical release, and then.
So 3 and 4 I played digitally, and then 5 I played off the disc.
Dang.
And then I got
support.
the 6.
And then 7, and then more, and now more. Yakuza's forever.
And did
I've got to ask. I've got to ask. Serious question. All right, all cards on the table. All mahjong tiles flip down.
Gotcha.
Have you seen the 2007 movie?
I've seen bits of it and like a review of it, and it's just how do I put this nicely?
It's silly. It's just silly fun. It's not great, but it's silly.
The first game, but somehow bloated with extra stuff they didn't need.
Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of side stories going on around it. And whenever Kiryu's not on screen, everyone's asking, "Where's Kiryu?" And then whenever Majuma's on screen, he's going, "Where's Kiryu?" But then all these other side stories are going on. Like there are two thieves that are trying to rob a bank that doesn't have any money.
And it's just like this is not in the game. Why do we need this?
And the police just don't know how to deal with them because they have guns, and the Japanese police are like, "Oh, we don't want anyone to get shot." But then the AC in the building breaks, so everyone is just dehydrating from it being like close to 100 degrees in there. It's so silly.
I did see the director's video game adaptation that came after Yakuza.
Okay.
He also did the Ace Attorney live-action movie.
Yeah, I love that. I love that shit.
I've actually seen that one, and I actually like it.
I love that one so much. I'm really sad they didn't make a sequel, because that weird like hologram style with like the dramatic court cases, I would have loved to see that again.
Imagine the sequel was just Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah, you know, that's fine.
That's like that's the longest case.
Exactly. Isn't it great that you have to watch it instead of play it? They would probably just skip straight to 3. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but this ain't Ace Attorney. This is Yakuza.
There could be a crossover one day. Wait, there kind of wasn't there? Project Cross Zone 2.
Yeah, Project Cross Zone 2. There's even a scene where Majima says that Phoenix Wright defended him once. See, it all comes back around.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's just all such nonsense.
River City Girls 2D style Yakuza. We did get a mini game on Steam called Streets of Kamurocho, where it's just like it's not like a whole game, but it's like a couple levels from Streets of Rage. But you're Kiryu and Majima, and you can unlock Ichiban.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I always enjoy Sega's little fun like April Fool's Easter egg games that they release. Like that, like 8-bit Bayonetta and stuff.
I still have 8-bit Bayonetta installed.
Yeah. That's like a legacy thing, like SMT synchronicity. It's like, keep that shit.
I'm part of the club.
There you go. Oh, man. All right, so when we get to the games, we've got a whole bunch to choose from. What would you say is your favorite? The hard-hitting question.
That is a hard question. Is there even a right answer?
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
So...
Because it's just like... Man, what do I pick? Do I pick 0? Do I pick a judgment game? Do I pick 7? It's like, that is not an easy question to answer. I honestly, like, even having that question ahead of time, it's just like, I can't really pick one. It's like,
that's fair. I mean, they're all good.
What's your favorite fruit? Like,
banana. No. Grape. No.
Do you prefer this apple or
banana
this
grape?
Orange?
Apples suck. I said it. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. Apples are overrated. And there's also like 7 different kinds.
7.
7's a good one.
It's like 7 different apples. Ha ha ha! You naive fool. There's
there's more.
There's hundreds.
There's hundreds.
Yeah, there's hundreds.
They all suck. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the ones you played, which one's your favorite?
I think 4 is my favorite. I really like the character arc-driven narrative. I was kind of bouncing between everyone, and then it all like ties together at the end. I thought that was like really like just very fun. But also the fact that 4 also kind of ties together like 1. and a bit of 3 into it too.
Right.
Like all the build up with everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
Because six kind of feels like a sequel to 2 when I stop and look at it.
Well, Kiwami 2,
Like the Korean mob and stuff.
Well, Kiwami 2 and 6 are both Dragon Engine games.
Oh wait, for real?
Yeah, they both run on the Dragon Engine.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess maybe there was just a lot of overlap whenever they were making 6. It's like, hey, we're porting 2. Let's
Well, they made 6.
let's use this shit.
Well, they made 6, and then they did 2. And then
okay.
they were
know
working
that
on
way.
the on Judgment.
Judgment. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta.
Not that Judgment.
Aw.
Not the song, the game. What, you want me to say Judge Eyes instead? That's the Japanese name.
Judge Eyes. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta.
It's like, I remember seeing like the guy who makes all the guides on like GameFAQs. He's just like, yeah, every Yakuza game has that one bullshit thing. Just that one thing that's bullshit.
Just the one? Just the one?
Yeah, like
really now?
each
Come
game
on.
has something different that's bullshit. It's just like me thinking back like to when Judgment added the mortal wound system. I'm like, yeah,
Kids.
yeah, the mortal wounds in Judgment. Oh my god, that was annoying.
I mean, nothing's ever gonna beat the Majima Anywhere system. That's the best system ever. Every game should have the Majima Everywhere system.
Yeah, even on my own stream, my new follower alert, Kidu-chan.
Kiryu-chan!
Yeah, I was live when you followed, so I'm sure you saw that, right?
Yeah.
just Majima popping out from a trash can. Kidu-chan! So I can never hear that again. It's just like, imagine if I did stream Kiwami though, and I hear Kidu-chan, just like, is that Majima or does someone follow?
He's chasing me. He's right behind me. What's our opinion on Dead Souls? Everyone wants to know what we think about Dead Souls. I think we're both pretty like cool on Dead Souls. Like,
Aside from the performance issues, yeah, it is a good time.
It's just silly fun. Like, it reminds me of back in the day when PS2 games would come out. That would just be nonsense.
And the performance issues are something you can't ignore. You got 100 zombies on screen, and it's just like,
hey,
there's
I've played
the frame rate.
I've played Earth Defense Force. I'm used to the frame rate crashing instantly on me.
Don't worry. Just play on an Xbox Series X with the backwards compatibility. You'll be fine with EDF.
And an SSD, and make sure you're connected wired. And it's,
So Dead Souls doesn't have that luxury, so it's either frame rate or hope the emulator gets better.
never. No.
I played off console, so it's just like, okay, yeah, this game has performance issues, but I'm having a good time.
Man.
And every time I got in the forklift, I just couldn't help but go, I tried to kill them with a forklift. MST3K reference.
Yeah. Man. Whatever happened to Dead... Never mind, I know what happened to Dead Rising.
It stopped after 3.
Yep, stopped after 3.
Okay, I haven't played the Dead Rising games, but I know it stopped after 3.
Yep. Totally didn't have any other ones that bankrupted the company because Xbox told them to like rush something out unfinished and bad. Definitely never happened.
What do you mean 4? There is no 4. Do you mean off the record? Do you count that?
No. I'm talking about the 3 DLC where you play as like Chun-Li and Morgan and stuff. There you go. You do the Hadokens into the Zambies.
Okay, yeah.
Man, I was really hoping we would have gotten Majima for Tekken.
Oh, well, maybe next Tekken.
Everyone was like, Kiryu, but then they released Negan, and I'm like, oh man, that would have been a great Majima instead. But I get it, Walking Dead was popular at the time, but Majima's just so much fun.
Maybe next Tekken. Maybe.
Next battle.
Because we all know, because from 7, we know that Majima ain't afraid to hit women.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think he sees gender. I think he's just like
He's just like, oh boy, I get to kick some ass.
everyone in front of me is a target.
Meanwhile, Kira's just like, I'm never gonna hit a woman.
Never, ever, ever. And then suplexes someone.
She's like, what about that one sub story? He didn't know.
Look, they came at me with a knife. I don't know what to tell you. A suplex isn't a hit anyway. It's a grapple.
Here's a hint for 7. Get your female party members out when you see them.
Ha! I believe it. Little things like that are a lot of fun whenever it's like they bring the canon into the little battle things like that.
Okay, here's some hints for 7. Number 1, have 3 million yen for chapter 12. Also in chapter 12, grind when the game basically tells you to. Oh my god. Do not skip the grind when the game tells you about the battle arena. Oh my god.
Okay, so it really is like a Dragon Quest game. Okay.
You get led to like this battle arena, and it's just like, hey, you can level up here. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore that.
But I want.
Don't ignore it. I ignored it and went, oh, good thing I saved beforehand. I'm gonna go back and grind.
Like, well.
If you play 7, you know exactly what I'm going on about.
Oh yeah.
And you're also gonna go, oh, you skipped that. Huh. Well. It's like, yes, I did skip it. And then I went
Every
back.
Yakuza needs a tournament arc.
And then I had to unskip it because I got my ass kicked. By you know who.
You never want to be in that state where you don't have a save state to an earlier part. Because Yakuza will sometimes like lock you in that situation. It's like, okay, well, you can't run around. You're in like you're in a cutscene part of the game, so get to running.
I never
get to fighting.
I've never gotten stuck in the games, at least, where I'm left with no healing options and 1 HP or something.
Mood.
I've never been stuck like that. Although, like, the hardest game, I played all of them on normal difficulty, but the hardest one I think goes to Lost Judgment because I died more there from actually losing a fight than any of the other games.
Yeah, I hear that one is like the hardest one.
Yeah. There's even a couple times where I resort to be like, oh crap, I'm getting my ass kicked. Lightning sword. Get the essence.
Just do it. Just do it. Just pull an Onimusha out on here.
Get the essence out. Get a lightning sword. Okay, I won. And like the long fight of the last chapter, I died there like 3 times before I got it. In that one fight. That one fight alone, I'm just like, okay, that's my 3rd game over. Wow. I wasn't mad or anything because the mechanics are fun.
One thing I love about whenever like friends of mine like play Yakuza for the first time, they tell me that they're like, all right, I'm almost near the end. I think I can beat it in like one more session. I'm like, oh, cool. And then they get back to me later. They're like, I played for 3 hours and it was like just like mostly cutscenes. And now I'm at a tower. I'm like, okay, now you're almost done.
Oh yeah, when I play Judgment, there's literally a warning that says, hey, this finale's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, and I'm like, I'll be fine. And then I'm up at like 6 something in the morning. I'm like, I beat it. I'm going to bed.
That happened to me in Metal Gear Solid 3. Sometimes it just be like that.
It's just like, I beat it. That boss fight was awesome, but I'm tired. That final boss fight in Judgment, by the way, oh my god, that is like one of the hypest ones in the series.
Yeah, they gotta keep Judgment. They gotta keep Judgment, Sega. Come on, keep wanting money, please. It will make us feel better.
I want to talk in detail, but I don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't gotten that far. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh man, I want to talk about that fight, but that's a late game fight. That's the final boss fight. I don't want to spoil it.
I was gonna say, especially with that one being like the second newest one. I was gonna say, yeah, we should hold back on spoilers on that one at least.
But, like, the best I can say for Judgment's final boss is just like, you're not going to be surprised who it is, or who it is you're going to fight, but who are they?
Dun dun dun.
I mean, it's a mystery game. I don't want to spoil the mystery. That'd be mean.
Yeah, we're not doing Persona 4.
It's a literal
Culprit.
It's a murder mystery. I don't want to give away who did the murder.
It was red herring.
No, Fred.
Oh. Oh man, that was a good Scooby-Doo. I like that one.
I caught that reference.
Yay! All right, let's see. So if you can't think of a favorite game, what's one of your favorite characters? Let's break it down a bit more.
That's hard.
Doesn't have to be your favorite. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Pick one of your top 5.
I guess the main man, the dragon Dojima himself, Kiryu Kazuma.
Kiryu Kazuma, he's a good man.
Yeah,
he's a good himbo. I love him so.
Although Akiyama's more of a himbo, really.
Well, he's more self-aware himbo. I feel like Kiryu's the kind of himbo that would never know or acknowledge his himboism, other than just like, I guess you're right.
It's just like, I'm a himbo. What does that mean? Like, Kiryu would be like, himbo? What does that mean?
It does that pause where he like looks like he's been inspired, goes to look it up on his phone, and then it's just like, oh, okay. Oh, hello, cat. No, don't press the buttons.
Kitty cat, press the buttons. I want to see what they do.
No, it's gonna close the stream.
No, don't close the stream, because then you'll have to download both parts and then stitch them together.
That's never fun. It's never fun. Oh,
I know, I'll need to do that when I eventually catch up with the... I need to start thoughts again.
What are some of like your favorite like mini games to do in there, in the games?
I mean, Pocket Circuit Racing. That's a good one.
Pocket Circuit Racing is so
Pocket
fun.
the Circuit Fighter!
It's so good. Oh, I made sure to try and get like all the parts and do all the races every time.
And even one part where it even crosses over to the Majima Everywhere system.
Yeah, Majima comes in and does it too.
It's just like, Kimu-chan, what is this?
This is how we fight here. We put our heart and our battle spirits into our cars.
It's just like, well, I guess this is another form of fighting you, Kimu-chan.
Then let's go.
And of course, like a good excuse to put like old Sega arcade games in there. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll go play some Puyo Puyo.
Always room for Puyo Puyo.
And then in 5 you get the Taiko Drum Master. It's just like, wait, that's Namco. What's that doing here?
I don't know.
But hey, it's here. Might as well play it.
Might as well.
And I even brought that up to someone at one point. It's just like, wait, that's not Sega though. What? That can't be in Yakuza. It's in Yakuza. It is.
I can only guess that maybe Sega helped build the arcade machine. Because Sega is really good at building arcade like cabinets.
Probably, and it's just like, hey, Namco, mind if we use this for some Yakuza? It'll make sense in the story because there's heavy emphasis on rhythm games.
And then Bamco is like, can we add like 50 songs for DLC? They're like, no. They're like, oh, then whatever, do whatever you want.
We're just gonna add our own DLC, like dressing Haruka up as Hatsune Miku.
Still winning. Kind of weird, but still winning. The idol culture. That game does a great depiction of like, yeah, idol culture is kind of fucked.
And it's just like, I don't think the other games did the thing where you have like multiple paths. Because they're
not the same way.
Yeah, because like in 5, it's just like, if you suck at rhythm games, you don't have to be good at it to beat the story. You could lose all the rhythm games and still win. The story's still gonna move on. I beat all of them, though. I wanted to make sure I did.
It's like in 0. Are you going to let yourself lose the dancing competition? No, you're not. You think you are. You think you won't care, but then you're gonna wake up at 4 a.m. in the middle of the night and go,
I'm gonna beat Miracle Johnson.
Miracle Johnson's going down.
Not my.
I'm the true soul of step in this world.
Took me a bit to figure out how to actually properly play the dancing, because I would go straight from point to point. It's just like, no, you got to take a roundabout way so you can have more steps between those.
Yeah.
That took me a bit to figure out. So first time I went against Miracle Johnson, I didn't. He whooped me.
The first time is usually a raffle stop.
Yeah. But hey, he was still a part of the real estate, along with Nugget the chicken. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, my real estate agent. We have not Michael Jackson, not Steven Spielberg, a chicken.
Reminds me of South Park whenever the duck is the president. I don't even know what that joke's supposed to be about, but it's just like, yeah, no, there's just a duck there. It's like, okay, whatever.
And then in 7, it's just like, all right, who can help with your business? Like, okay, we have all these folks. We have a chicken. Again. Omelet the chicken. Yeah, we got Omelet the chicken, and then, like, if you have, like, the DLC, it's just like, oh yeah, the Dragon of Dojima, the bartender, a chicken.
More chicken. Chicken attack. Chicken attack. Man. I was just thinking, like, at the start of 7, how you go to, like, the burlesque house, and it's like, wrecked. And he's like, what happened? And then the first thing I'm like is, oh, yeah, Yakuza Kiwami.
It's
and
just
like, Majima just runs through with the...
it's just like, oh, yeah, some asshole ran a truck through here, and they never fixed it.
And I'm like, that happened in the first game.
It's like, hey, I know that asshole that ran a truck through there.
Oh. So you and me will probably be in agreement. Like, you start at 0 or 1 and then go through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also play in release order. That's also an option. Like, you get the original PS2 game, then PS2, 3, and then the remasters. Then 6. Well, no. The remasters, then 0, then 6.
Could. I think 0 does add a lot to Kiwami, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 0, Kiwami, 6, Kiwami 2, Judgment, 7, Lost Judgment. By the way, if you're gonna play the games, play 7 before playing Lost Judgment. Lost Judgment's gonna spoil something for 7, so play 7 before Lost Judgment.
Oh wow, okay. You know, actually, I think a friend actually warned me about that, but he wouldn't give me any context, so that's good. Okay.
I'm not giving context either. I'm just saying.
That's the way I prefer it.
It's just something that can't be avoided.
That's fair.
It's something the story cannot avoid whatsoever.
Well, I will look forward to that whenever I finally finish those. One day.
You'll know it when you get there. In 7. And it's just like, wait, this is happening? Oh, okay, I get it now. I don't want to spoil.
No. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Especially for chat. It's just like, maybe I should try this Yakuzas.
No spoilers on Yakuzis. Honestly, like, all the stuff we've said that's even close to being spoilers, a lot of it's nonsense and, like, isn't even part of, like, the main story.
It's just like...
They're all side story things that we just keep bringing up.
Yeah, even when watching a stream where, they're blind to the game, I'm just like, I'll let them cook, and if they ask for help, I'll point in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, where's the pawn shop? This way.
Okay, the map does take a bit of getting used to.
Or it's just like,
I won't lie.
Or it's just like, so I pick this or this, and if there's an objectively better option, just raise my hand and go, pick that one! That one! You need to pick that one!
Just trust us. Trust
me.
Trust.
Pick that one. Like, otherwise, I'm not gonna hold their hand. I'll lead them in the right direction.
I'll let them go the wrong direction and just watch and grin. Just be like, heh.
All right, to win this fight, you do nothing.
He's a big naked guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah. Go near that purple arrow on the map. You'll get a great prize.
Mr. Shakedown.
I took him down with an electric shotgun.
That was sounds like the minimum you would need to be able to have a good time with that. Otherwise, oof.
It's just like, all right, what's the best way to fight him? Get an electric shotgun. Got it.
Like that looks like the kind of guy that like people would go through like 5 rounds of like tranquilizer guns, and he would just be like, "Oh, finally got that like numbness out of my shoulder. All right, who's first?"
It's just like, my tranquilizer gun's not working.
That's exactly. Oh man, well we are at that time. Chat, feel free to bring up questions because it's question time. If you have questions for me or Skye, either about stuff or Yakuzis, feel free to drop it in the chat because we want to know what you want to know, or we want you to know what you want to know, or maybe we're still knowing what you don't know, and that's a problem.
Just know that we're not gonna spoil anything.
I'll spoil it for $10.
$10, just like, all right, here's
Best meme that spawned from the series. Dame Dame.
Dame Dame. Dame no. Dame no. Oh, that's so silly. It's just like
It's the best one. It's the best one.
It's just like in English, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm gonna Dame Dame kick your ass. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Whenever they had the Street Fighter like models like AI simulated to sing with it, like it was the best. The one where he's smoking, oh Jesus.
Whose favorite character? No. Like, I think.
Who's your favorite character in the entire series?
I think we went over that. It's hard to pick one.
It's hard to pick one. I mean, like Kiryu is like a good boy. If there's like a non like main character, I'd have to pick. I'd probably pick. Give me 1 second.
Trying to remember.
I forgot his name. What's his name? What's his name in 4? The first guy you play as?
Akiyama.
Yeah, Akiyama. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Akiyama.
Akiyama's a solid pick.
Like if I had to pick someone that wasn't Ichiban or Kiryu, I'd pick Akiyama.
Yeah.
Or Majima. And to be fair, like Majima's not my favorite character. I just love having him in the game.
The most obscure reference you know about. Sometimes in the game they'll bring on like an actual real person into the game.
Like an actor.
Yeah, like an actor or a fighter or something, and they're not playing a character. They're themselves.
I forget, is Beat Takeshi playing a character in 6, or is he playing himself?
He's playing a character in 6. But it does have Beat Takeshi, It
has Beat Takeshi in there. I'm like, what?
Like the only video game acting appearance he has.
Well, he hated video games for like ever, and then they're like, "Hey, you want to do this?" He's like, "I like money."
It's just like, "Hey, you want to be in this video game?" Oh no, not video game. No, don't worry. It's like a dragon.
I'd say if there's maybe like a more obscure reference, I forget if it was Judgment 1 or 2, but there was an actor that they face mocapped for one of the games who got charged with
Judgment
drugs.
That was Judgment.
Judgment 1, yeah. So they actually had to they modded him out and put in like another character.
Yeah, they had to change his face because they used the likeness of the actor, and they had to get a different voice actor. That actually happened before the English release.
Yeah, no, it was super crazy.
It's just like, oh my god, Olaf was caught with coke.
Let me tell you, right? But I mean, as far as I remember, like it was like such like a small amount too, and
well, it did that.
Well, did he get what's the term?
Well,
did he get like excused from the crime?
I don't know, but that stuff's taken seriously in Japan.
Well, but yeah, even like marijuana is taken seriously. Like you can lose your career over just a little bit of weed.
Yeah. Would you play Yakuza?
Would I play a Yakuza game if Hideo Kojima was the one who made it? I'm surprised Hideo Kojima hasn't made a Yakuza game.
Man, things would get really crazy if Hideo Kojima was part of the team.
I mean, to be honest, Snatcher and Binary Domain are kind of similar in a lot of aspects. I was before Death Stranding, when like Kojima was working on was going to be working on Silent Hills. I was always like, yeah, Kojima should just like make one game in every genre. He should make a horror game. He should make like a beat 'em up game. He should make a racing game.
Say what you will about Kojima, he's got some creativity.
Yeah, no, like his ideas are like so out there. Like no one can make games he can.
He is ambitious.
And he really likes movies.
Like, he likes movies. He'll have the most whack ideas for games that he'll at least try. It's just like, all right, the end, you're gonna fight him for 3 weeks. No!
I still like the guy that's got the bees. He's got bees in his mouth, and when he barks, he shoots bees at you.
That's a thing.
It's...
Yeah, that was weird.
Yakuza hasn't fought a bee guy yet, but let's give him time.
I don't think it'll go that nuts. But yeah. Hey, what's your favorite final boss?
Final boss?
Yeah.
Probably 2.
From 2?
Yeah, I like the 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it has some tension and
it's got tension. It's got a rival.
It's got the music.
I mean, 1 definitely gives me more heart feels,
Yeah.
but I mean, 2's got that like the twist where it's like, oh no, and then it's like, oh,
But
I guess we should have had faith.
and then 0 with Q's final boss. That's a badass moment. It's just like, all right, we're gonna sell this. And then Judgment. Oh my god, that moment in the boss fight, you think you're done. No, that was round 1. That was round 1. Oh god, I just want to talk about that. Good Snake voice. Thank you.
Oh.
If I ever come back, I'll pick Metal Gear Solid just so I can talk like this the whole time.
Oh my god. Don't pull a David Hayter and like blow out your voice, please.
Did you know David Hayter is in 7?
Yeah, he's been in a whole bunch of roles lately, if I remember correctly.
He plays the bartender in 7. And about the bartender, wait, never mind. I don't want. That's a big one. That's a big spoiler.
Everyone just play them and you'll have fun.
And you don't even know about that part of the bartender unless you play the side content. That's nuts.
It's also just the dub though, right? Like they don't have the Solid Snake voice actor for Japan's version, I don't think. Do they?
Not for the bartender.
Okay.
Adachi in Japan is played by Snake.
Oh, okay. That would do it.
Yeah. We're not talking Persona, we're talking Yakuza.
No. Yeah, no.
It's just like a detective
name.
It
Just took me a second.
It's like a detective named Adachi. We're talking Yakuza. It's just the same name.
Sega likes making money.
So it's just like that Adachi was made before Sega bought Atlas. And this Adachi is a good guy.
Man, Yakuza is so much fun.
Yeah.
I really do think with like the if Sega wants to go through with their like movie cinematic universe, I could definitely imagine it's getting like a more modern Yakuza.
Yeah, they'll try again with Yakuza and make something that isn't like bloated.
Make something that's not kind of like dumb.
Make something bloated but keeps the spirit.
Have someone that actually looks like Kiryu, like tall and like kind of like strong-shouldered.
And Majima will have the correct eye patch location.
We don't talk about that.
Why was the eye patch wrong in the movie?
To be fair, like, if the person that was like writing it or directing it had even like watched a cutscene of a game, it would have been like a step up from like half of the game movies before then.
It's like, why does Majima have the wrong wrong side eye patched? And if you saw a clip, it's just like, wait, it is on the correct side. It's mirrored. They mirrored the movie, so they mirrored the clip so it doesn't get taken off you.
Mwah.
I do understand giving him a shirt though, because do you know what it takes to get abs like that?
a lot of dehydration, and you have to shave layers of your skin.
Yeah,
It's gross.
I understand adding a shirt so they don't have to, get abs like that. But why they put the eye patch on the wrong side?
Oh man. Let's see. We got 2 more Yakuza games coming in the future, and the series is making butt tons of money for Sega down the road.
Yeah, so
I guess, is there anything else you'd like to see from the series going forward?
whatever they got thrown at me. Translate the other samurai game, the one that came earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. do that
translate Kinzen. And
do that one, and then the PSP ones.
And remastered Dead Souls, so there's good performance.
It doesn't have to be like great performance. We'll settle for a set 25 frames per second.
And maybe Black Panther Kiwami. I don't know if they would keep the name Black Panther.
Probably not.
They would probably change the name a little, like Dark Panther or something. But still, Kiwami.
Like the Great Ace Attorney was like such a big hit in the States that I could imagine them like that being really popular for Yakuza, bringing both the PSP ones on like one game. Yeah. There is room for that in this world. There is definitely that.
And I'm sure even the fan translators would be like, "Wait, it's getting officially translated? Hell yeah!" It's just like, no, it wasn't a waste of time. I'm glad to see it officially out.
Yeah. One day, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah.
The future is always uncertain with game companies, but at least Sega is making games.
Yeah.
And it's not like Konami.
Yeah.
Good times. All right, Skye, let everyone know what you've got planned for the rest of the week.
I'm winging it.
Winging it.
I'm
Sounds
winging
good.
it, but on Mondays for a while, I am going to be playing Dokapon Kingdom with 3 other Mobian VTubers that are just like me.
I saw the start of it. And y'all were saying that it ran really, really well, like the good online connection.
Yeah, me, Negative Pro, Trixie, and Lunar Wolf Matthew all playing Dokapon Kingdom on Mondays till we get that done.
Nice.
And then I'll play another RPG.
Oh, there we go.
I like playing RPGs so I can do the voice acting.
RPGs are fun. And speaking of RPGs, later tonight we'll be playing some more South Park Stick of Truth, and then Yo You Like That will continue next week with 2 more shows. So look forward to them. They'll be on Thursday and Friday, respectively. So yeah, look forward to that.
Awesome.
Scott, I want to thank you so much for coming in and sharing with me and talking with me about all the fun stuff that is Like a Dragon. Throw bike, let's go! Oh, the epic kills are so fun. Okay, but thank you everyone for coming by and hanging out. I'm going to do a silent raid to someone here in a bit, but I hope that y'all have a wonderful night. If I don't see y'all later, maybe see y'all later in the week, but bye, Q!
Yeah!